So we've arrived, and just going to have a spot of lunch before we start exploring the woodland. Right, let's go and explore. So there's actually a very good footpath up from the car park towards the wood. I'm looking on the Wiltshire Wildlife Trust website. There's woodland, there's open moorland or meadow, and there's a pond. So I'm going to head over to the pond first of all and see if there's any wildlife around there. Okay, so here's the pond. And there's very little here, except the occasional dragonflies. Oh, and a pond skater. Let's get the big lens on, see if we can catch any of them. Well, I got a few shots off there, a couple of pond skaters. And there's some dragonflies fluttering around. They're a little bit far away though. But I have noticed, let me flip you around, over on the far side, let me zoom in a little. Don't know whether you can just make out, there's a little like sandbank or something over there. So I'm going to try and make my way around to that and see if I'm any closer to those what appear to be blue dragonflies, and see if I can get something from there. Well, I've found the little path down. Let's see if we're closer to anything down there. Oh, this is looking a little bit steep. I might have to put you down as I walk down here. Oh, there we go, managed it. Right, am I any closer to these? Oh, there's one or two flying around, certainly. Let's see if we can capture any. Well, there's plenty of dragonflies around. And every now and again they come and just sun themselves on some of these pondside rocks. Could do with some steps there. So I just spotted some movement in the water, and there was a couple of rather large fish. Not sure what kind. I do know that that pond is actually used by a private fishing club, so that's possibly something to do with that. Whether they stock it or whether it's natural, I'm not certain. But then I spotted a duck. I can't tell what breed it is till I get home and compare them, because I think it's a juvenile of some kind. Perhaps one of this year's clutch, brood, what do they call them with ducks? So, let's carry on deeper into the reserve and see what we can find further in. brambles are beginning to ripen, as are the elderberries. This could be a good place to come back to in the autumn. And we've entered the area that on the Wiltshire Wildlife Trust website they call a tree planting area, which is quite open, but they've obviously planted quite a lot of new young trees through here. Well, I just found this little side offshoot which opens out into an open field where there are loads of birds flying around. They are so fast. They're really difficult to shoot, but I managed to at least get one shot, so hopefully when I get home I'll be able to identify what kind of bird it is. Well, I just spotted a few stopping for a perch on that bare branch up there. I snapped off a couple of shots and trying to get closer, something scared them all off. I heard what sounded like a moorhen or something, and they all flew off. So I'm just going to wait here in the shadow, see if they come back. Well, after standing around for actually almost 20 minutes, nothing came back. They did fly over a few times and I got off a few shots. Whether any of them are any good, I don't know. But they definitely look like swifts or swallows. So I'll compare them in my book when I get home. Okay, so we've reached the fence that separates the two areas at Penn Wood. And I note from the Trust's website that this area is where they relocated some company that was developing a new housing estate, and they discovered 500 slowworms. And they relocated them here, and this bit is called the slowworm refuge. Not sure if we'll get to see any today, but it is nice and sunny, so they might be out sunning themselves. Got to keep my eyes open. And it has been said that adders sometimes have been seen here as well, so really got to keep my eyes open for snakes of any sort. And we have reached the end, the boundary of Penn Wood Nature Reserve. Oh. And it's actually a really pleasant little walk. It's fairly flat, mostly on the same level throughout. Haven't seen any slowworms or adders or anything else for that matter. One blackbird skittered out the hedgerows at one point, and that is it. So I'll head back to the slightly more open area. It's not very windy today, so I might actually get the sky camera up. well, that's about it for Penn Wood. So what did I think about this place? Well, first of all, it's a nice walk. It's only, I don't know, 1 kilometre from end to end, something like that. It's not very wide either, so it doesn't take all that long to get round. But it's quite mixed. You've got woodland, you've sort of got open heathland, but they've done a lot more planting there now, so a lot more trees. You've got the pond, which is terrific. Plenty of dragonflies around today. Some fish in the pond. 1 or 2 ducks or moorhens. Plenty of swallows flying around. According to my Merlin Bird ID app, it said a barn swallow. And it also said it spotted a whitethroat. It certainly heard one, but I couldn't see it at all. So accessibility is excellent. You drive right up the hill out of Calne, a little track called High Penn. You come up to the car park and you're there. And just walking from the car park up beyond me is about 1 kilometre of track. Would I come again? Yes, certainly. It's a nice location. Maybe not so hot next time I come here though. Anyway, we're back at the car park. So I'll go and offload my stuff into Vinny the van. Thank you very much for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed this little walk round Penn Wood, or High Penn Nature Reserve as it's sometimes called. And in the meantime, I'm going to dump my stuff in the back of the van and get something cool to drink.